Hey everyone, so I wanted to do a video touching on some points. So this morning I was watching a video about stay-at-home girlfriend content, and they're talking about like manifestation and stuff, and manifesting this life where as you get to stay home and do whatever you want while someone else supports you and spoils you. And I was thinking, you know, yes, to me, doing that is not that hard because, and this is all my opinion, um, by doing that, you're sacrificing something. You're sacrificing your sense of self. You're sacrificing your sense of control. You're giving all of that up to somebody else. And a lot of times, people will take it because a lot of people like to control. And when they talk about manifesting your dream life and manifesting like being paid to exist, what they're talking about is finding your purpose in life, or your passion in life, and doing that for a living. Because when you do something you're passionate about and getting paid for it, you're not really working, are you? Because you love what you're doing. And I want to touch on a video I did in the past about the soft life and living the soft life. And I wanted to touch on that because I did get some flack about it. Oh, not everyone can just sit around and do nothing and be support. This world is so jaded. That's not what I was talking about. And it goes into this manifestation thing. People talk about the soft life and they're like, oh, I'm rich and I just get to do what I want and go where I want and do. That's the soft life. And my whole video was about, no, that's not the soft life. That's not the soft life I'm talking about. Do I have money to buy whatever I want and go wherever I want and do it? No, I don't. But that video is about being content and satisfied and grateful. Okay? It was about the soft life could even be doing what you're passionate about. I'm in a position where I'm doing something that I'm passionate about. Okay? I'm writing my first novel and I love it, and it's so exciting, and I already have a list of like 8 other books that I want to write. That is my soft life. I'm doing what I'm passionate about. Okay? And I have to sit here and in an outward perspective, am I really content and satisfied with my life? No, because I'm not earning my own money. I can't go where I want. I can't buy what I want. I can't do what I want. I'm being financially supported by someone else. I'm dependent on this other person but it comes down to a point of, instead of being resentful and bitter about that, saying, you know what? I am fortunate and I am grateful. Yes, I have someone else who's supporting me, but it gives me time to work on what I'm passionate about, to discover my passions, to figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life and spend my spare time working on that. That's what I was talking about. Manifesting a soft life, manifesting the ability to be paid to exist, because it's a matter of taking that time to cultivate my passion, and I did. I never realized that being a writer was something I was passionate about and wanted to do for the rest of my life, but I did. And I'm so excited. I'm hoping to get maybe even published by the end of the year, because I should be ready for a literary agent sometime next month, mid to late next month. And if, hopefully I'll be picked up by a publishing house in the next 3 months, 4 months. And that's what I'm talking about. This one person talked to me and got like literally mad at me for talking about soft life. Oh, I would never give my daughter a soft life because that's being lazy and that's being this and that's being, I'm going to make her work and I'm going to, and I'm like thinking, so you're going to push her to do all of these things that she might not want to do. Well, she needs to earn her keep. And it's like, yeah, you know, if you think that you sound like a good parent, or you think that you sound like, you know, a motivator and a go-getter, no, you sound like a, I don't want to say that word. You sound like a, I'm not going to say that word. Uh, Someone who drives other people and not in a good way. You know, pushing them to do what you think is the correct thing. Now, that's the way I grew up. I was being pushed to do what I thought was the correct thing, and not, I wasn't taught to find my passion and cultivate and do what makes me happy. No, I was pushed to do things that I didn't really want to do. And now I resent my mother. I barely talk to her because of that. And so, you know, I'm trying to get people to live a happy, content, satisfied life in here. There's nothing in this world to be happy, content, and satisfied about. There really isn't. We have to find that in here. Not, you know, it's with some people, it's about money, money, money. I gotta make money, I gotta make money. Okay, we all need money to live, right? But do you want to chase, you first off, you never want to chase money, because it will cause you to do things that are negative. Okay? But yeah, we all need money to live, right? So why can't we spend our free time figuring out what we love and what we're passionate about? And it comes down to, well, I don't have the time or money to chase what I'm passionate about. Well, why not? Like, I'm not talking about the money, but time. Okay, so let's say you work 8 hours a day. You come home and what? You sit down in front of the TV and veg out for the rest of the night? Well, why can't you take 30 minutes, 15 minutes to start brainstorming? What is it you're passionate about and what do you want to achieve? You know, instead of watching a half hour of whatever show you like to watch, take that half hour and write down what it is you want to achieve. Or if you know it, do something towards it. You know, people want something to complain about. They want something to get angry about. They want something to be resentful of. They want something to be bitter of. They want something to be triggered by. And why? Why is that? Why are you fighting joy? Why are you fighting happiness? People think, why can't we find our joy and cultivate it? Why can't we find our passion and cultivate it? You know, you're never too old to find your passion. You see bodybuilders out there, 70-year-old men who decide, I'm going to change my life. They become a bodybuilder, or they become a painter, or, you know, and it's easy to say, oh, well, they were retired and they had the time. How do you know that? How do you know? Just because someone is retired doesn't mean they have money and time. You know, if we have these older people, no one's taking care of them. They're taking care of themselves. They have to take care of the house. They have to take care of this. They have to take care of that. They have, you know, children and grandchildren. So why do we have to fight the joy in our lives? Why can't we chase our joy? Why can't we chase our passion? Why do we have to get mad and triggered at people who do? So that was my little message I wanted to share. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.